Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. Wine, cheese, football, everything on our menu today. And when we look at the Carlton-Hawthorn game, I tell you what, this is a real sigh of relief for Hawthorn fans in particular, and maybe Alistair Clarkson in particular.
Yeah, it was a very good effort because they got jumped early. First 5 goals went to the Blues, and Casbolt kicked the first goal of early in the second term, and it looked like how far to the Blues. Casbolt was very good, but it all turned around after quarter time. Tom Mitchell had 28. Whopper was very good with 20. O'Meara. Gunston, I thought, was very, very good up forward as we welcome a former Brownlow medalist and a man making his way back. You've got to be very tough to come back and play AFL football after a broken leg. Tom Mitchell, welcome to the Sunday Footy Show, mate.
Thanks for having me, guys. Cheers.
No worries. Now, Damo, he's a Brownlow medalist.
He's a Brownlow medalist, yeah.
It's like being an Olympic gold medalist. You're not a former.
I'm conducting this interview at the
moment. No, just do it properly.
Mitch, you are a Brownlow medalist and you're in very good form the other night. 5 goals and it looked like how far the Blues. What did you adjust early in that second term to get the game back on your terms?
Yeah, it didn't look good early, did it? Carlton really jumped out of the blocks and got up to a flying start, and I think we were 31-0 down midway through the first. So we snuck a few goals late in the first quarter, which really helped settle everyone's nerves. And then from there it was just as simple as getting back to our processes and plans that we went into the game with, and from there we got the game on our terms.
James Warple went forward. He didn't spend a lot of time forward, but when he did, he caused some confusion and he got some goals out of that. Chad Wingard did a very brave act, which combined with some of his brilliance at the same time, tapping the ball to himself, and all of a sudden you just found that belief and you were up, you were happy, you were smiling, and Jarman Impey, obviously the inclusion of him was brilliant too.
Yeah, it was. It was great to see, Jarman kick that goal. That really brought some energy to the group, and Will Day, kicked his first goal as well. So, they were 2 really important moments for us to, get the spirit going again. And yeah, the guys you mentioned, Warps and Chad, we're trying to get some midfielders to rotate forward at times as well. And for those guys to have an impact up there was crucial for us as well.
Hey, Mitch, I know it's hard for you to talk about, but the Hawks have been playing some dull footy, I must admit. They're just chipping the ball around, slow with the ball movement. What went on during the week? Because that was scintillating footy from you guys. Just the ball movement was much easier. I thought it brought Scully into it, Isaac Smith a lot more, and you kicked 12 goals from quarter time onwards.
Yeah, it was something that we definitely spoke about in our meetings and something that we trained throughout the week. So, it was pleasing that it came out in the way we played from quarter time onwards. And, it was probably some of the cleanest footy, or it was, the cleanest footy we've played all season. So, it was a step in the right direction. We know we've still got a lot of hard work to do to, get our season going again. But it was a good start.
Tom, obviously you're not going to reveal the specifics of the conversations you had as a group with your coach Alistair Clarkson, but generically, how was he this week? It's a weird moment for him to be under as much siege as he was.
Yeah, I think within the 4 walls of the footy club, everyone's, even though we've been struggling, everyone's been pretty optimistic, and everyone has full faith and full trust in Clarko. He gives us a plan, and we just do our best job to try and execute it. So. We have no doubt that he's, the best coach for us, and all the players love him. He's such a great person, let alone such a great footy coach. So to get a result for him and put a smile on his face was a good feeling for us.
Had he lost that? Had he lost that? Yeah, sorry, Kane.
I've been critical of his impact that he's been having on games. Certainly he was better this round, but what sort of captain is he? Because we don't see or hear a lot from him.
Yeah, Strats, he's probably not, the type of guy who speaks publicly and, doesn't do a lot of media stuff, but you see his toughness on field. I think some of his efforts going back with the fly of the ball in the first quarter, a few saving spoils, probably kept us in the game. And, he's just one of those characters around a footy club that, all the boys, love. He prepares and trains as hard as anyone. He has great relationships with all the players from youngest to oldest on the list. So, probably some of his best work doesn't get seen and recognised by the public and the media, but there's no doubt that he should be our captain. He does a great job.
How is your body, Mitch? How is the leg? Any complications or all good?
No, it's going well, thanks. On the weekend was probably the closest I felt to my old self, I would say. It's as Brownie mentioned before, it's tough coming back from a year out with a big injury, and I didn't expect to find my best form straight away, and I'm still searching for that, but I feel like I'm on the right path at the moment, and hopefully it's not too far away.
Because we saw in the shutdown period, if you can call it that, the home gym that you set up there in your backyard. That must feel like a lifetime ago now.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. So yeah, the guys at Iron Edge, Rick at Iron Edge, if he's watching, he really looked after me throughout the isolation period and made sure that my rig didn't get too sloppy and I was able to lift weights and yeah, it was good because obviously we have to train a lot from home and to have that sort of equipment to keep myself as fit as possible was pretty helpful.
Mitch, you're also doing some work with Greg Williams. Is that continuing? Obviously hard at the moment, but over the pre-season?
Yeah, Diesel's someone who I speak with ongoingly and he's been a mentor to me throughout my footy career. So every now and then, we'll chat and I'll give him a call and just run a few things by him. And we haven't been able to this year, but in the past we've done some skill sessions and some touch sessions together and some little crafty things which I try and bring out on game day. And
obviously the relationship stems back quite some years, him being a great mate and a former teammate of your dad's.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they obviously played together both at Sydney and at Carlton, so they've known each other for a very long time, and that's probably where our relationship started as well. Just getting to know Diesel and then his kids, and sort of attending family and friends functions and things like that. So they've been great friends for a long time.
Going to have a look at the votes now, Mitch, and I thought Jack Gunston was the most dominant forward on the ground. I gave you 8 votes as well with 28 disposals. Shields, I thought, got them going.
Two goals.
A couple of goals. And Warple thought it was his best game of the season so far.
Good on you, Tom. Nice to catch up with you. All the best for the remainder of the season, wherever that might take you.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you. Tommy Mitchell joining us there from Perth. And I think the expectation is they play another couple of games there. And then Tom was telling us off air, hopefully down to Tasmania. But the way things are looking, I don't know if that's going to be.
That's yet to be signed off on. The government down there has shut the borders to that possibility at this stage.
It was a bad loss by Carlton, TJ. Know why? Because they've got to play West Coast next week. So they're in a tricky position. They're now at 12th on the ladder, 4 wins, 5 losses. That was one they had to win.
Especially being in front.
Yeah, that's right. It was a bad loss. And the swings. That's the 13th of 20 games where he's conceded a 30-point turnaround.
Wow.
David Teague. Wow. So that's something they do attack, but
Yeah.
he's probably got to adjust his defence a little bit.
Easy to score against.
You might have pinpointed a few errors.
Well, we've got the doors over there and almost sliding doors moments, TJ, the other night. They were 5 goals up. Levi Casbolt kicks a goal and then they go forward again. Have a look at this for a moment. If this handball hits the target and they drop the ball here, have a look at the score. They're going forward. I'm not sure Hawthorn get back from here. They drop the footy, comes out again. They get another opportunity. Now, you talk about sliding doors, if this is marked, but it gets sent back the other way. This could be a 6-goal margin. Have a look at the effort from Frost here. Now, he's been much maligned with his foot skills, but I thought his aerial work all year has been terrific. Hits the ground running, gets that handball away. They kick a goal from that, and that gets them huge confidence. Then they bounce back from that. The other thing that I noticed, and we spoke about Jarman Impey, he kicked the goal the other night. Let's have a look at the vision after he kicked the goal. And very easy to do this because they were in front by this stage, game probably in their hands. The players very, very excited. Very excited. They all got around him. Have a look at that, which I thought was brilliant. But the players are in good. The players are going well. Early on in the game, they were 5 goals to 0 down. And young Will Day, this is his first goal. Very easy, 5 goals down to go back to the middle and then try and set up for the next one. But they all recognise it's the first goal for the young man. Even though they're 31 points down, really under the pump. Have a look at the celebration, and all the players now get to Will. And there was at least 14 players come in. That would have made him feel great. That got them up and about. And it was a really good sign from the Hawthorn Football Club, who were under the pump.